I will break down communication. What I mean by communication are three things, four things. One is you've got to be able to make the slides move. There we go. Okay. Three things. First of all, you have to listen. That's easy to say. But you have to listen to somebody from a different culture, a different legal system. What are they saying? What are they asking? Where do they come from? What do you say when they ask about how many members of the jury there are in a civil trial? In Brazil, there are none. But how do you pick up things like that? So you have to listen. The second thing, you have to transfer information. In Brazil, the two principal company forms are limitadas and sociedades anônimas. That's important. The central bank manages the financial system in Brazil. That's an important piece of information. But beyond the information, you have to gain the confidence of your foreign counsel or your foreign client. And that's a hard thing to do. And what I'm going to try to do today is talk about communicating with your foreign clients or your foreign counsel. Usually it will be in English. Almost always it will be in English, and usually it will be with the United States or the UK. So first let's look at oral communication. These are tips. I call them tips. This is my list. I didn't look in a book. I do consult books, but most of these observations today come from my own experience. First of all, speak slowly and deliberately. That's fine. Why? First, you will be better understood. But the second thing is, if English is not your native language, you do not think as fast in English as you think in Portuguese. So you should not speak as fast in English as you speak in Portuguese, because your speaking will get ahead of your thinking. And then you can get confused or you may make mistakes. So speak slowly and deliberately. Maria Inês already indicated, make short sentences. In English, you will find that people draft with shorter sentences than in Portuguese. I'm not saying one's better than the other, but I'm saying that in English, shorter sentences generally are better received. The third thing, answer the question. When somebody asks you something, you're talking on the phone or you're at a meeting, focus on what the question was and answer the question. We have the story in the United States about the fellow who was, somebody asked what time it was, and he told them how to make a perfectly good clock. If someone asks you what time it is, don't tell them how to make a clock. Answer the question, which means listening. Never guess. Never guess. If you guess and you get it wrong, you will have lost any chance at creating trustworthiness with the foreign client. If you don't know something, there's nothing wrong with it. Admit that you don't know it, and then say when you will know it, and when you will get back to the foreign client or the foreign counsel. And give them a time, give them a time frame. So you say, by 2 o'clock tomorrow, I'll know the answer and I will call you back. Strive at all costs to achieve consistency. Consistency doesn't mean consistencia like pudding. Consistency, well, it could mean that too, but not in the case of the... Consistency means coherencia. What you said yesterday should not contradict what you say today. Everything that you've said before should follow. And if for some reason it's not going to follow, you should say, I told you yesterday that it would take a week at the central bank to get a decision. I went over last night and I checked, and it's not going to be a week, it's going to be 2 days. Instead of saying, well, in 2 days we'll have the decision. If you just say that, they'll say, what? You told me it was a week yesterday. That's inconsistent. You have to be consistent or you will lose trustworthiness.